Go back to the whole senior thing. Say we do find it, what do we wanna do? Do we wanna do a gift basket? What's gonna be in the gift basket and how many gift baskets? Or are we gonna do donation to the food pantry?
I vote definitely food for the gift baskets, cause it's kind of an everything. If you try to go something cute and nice for the holidays, it's not super useful, it doesn't reach to everybody. You know, I think food-wise, like non-perishable.
I hate to say it, consumable items, because most people, most
It's
of
what
the
you-
old, most of the older people
That's
are
what
like,
they want.
I want something to eat.
It's what everybody needs.
Yep.
I have a sweet tooth and I want to eat.
I think soups are the most wonderful comfort food, you know, and like, a lot of times there's like the dried soup mixes where you can just add water to it, or there's the ones in the glass jars that are a little bit nicer than a Campbell's can, but it could be a variety of combination, like a basket of warm winter's coming soups. I've done that for my
Soups and crackers, yeah.
my grandfather
Well, I
for
would
Christmas
check out with these
baskets.
people and see what they need and say, what do you need? And
Well,
Yeah,
we can,
that's,
I'll ask.
you can
And then
definitely
I'll
reach
tell
out and ask.
Yeah, cause obviously we won't be able to do perishables, so can't.
Right.
like-
I like Janine's idea though, because you can do a variety of soups
Yeah,
and crackers.
yeah.
You know.
And we could definitely see what needs are, but have a plan in case they say, oh, whatever, or if they just say food, you know,
Then that's.
have a direction. But I think soup,
And how many people do they serve? That'd be the other question I ask.
well,
How
we
many-
would pick like 10 baskets. Like, you know what I mean? Would we pick that we'd give 10 baskets? Because what if they say, oh, we have 30 people that really love it? Do they?
Okay, so here's the thing, we're not meeting it before Thanksgiving, are we trying to do this for Thanksgiving, or are we trying to do it for Christmas?
It could be it just could be winter.
Yeah.
You know, just
I think, winter. I don't think for a holiday. I think it would just be better to just do it for
Or winter.
a winter thing.
versus a holiday. I mean,
Well,
some.
the seniors, I mean, they had that money, they didn't use it, so I just kind of want to see,
I agree.
what can we do to help them?
Do you have a
Even if it's,
contact?
hey, we want coffee, we
reach-
want a whole bunch of coffee.
Do you have a contact to reach this specific group that comes to us for the restaurant get-togethers?
I can, because I think that they've got. I'm sure
Because
they-
if that's who we're normally granting the gifts to, because that's a specific town group, I assume, right?
Yeah.
The senior
Isn't it
wear.
in
Yeah.
Karen's list of things?
Yeah.
Sure, she put it in her, here's who reaches out to me.
I like the emergency contact shifts. Chuck Metcalf. Winterize Chase Park. Gatehouse Town Office. I don't remember when.
Yeah, they're right here. I've got it.
There's a phone number
Yep,
for them.
I already
Okay.
have it.
So, you know, we can still approve a certain amount now. Are we going to
Don't they usually ask for like $500 or $300?
1,000
Yeah, but they do 500
each time? They do a summer and a winter or
So
something like that?
$1,000.
$1,000 is what we normally give them for the year. That's what our line item is in our budget.
Okay, so why don't we think we should probably do that?
I'm
That's
absolutely
fine.
100% fine with it. So, all right, we're just gonna have to have another night where we get together and buy
I like it.
gift baskets of soups.
Okay, so how much money have we spent tonight then?
1,300.
$13.75.
Plus,
Well, we're not there
1,000.
yet, but we're getting there.
no, plus $833.30.
Well, that's, yes.
That's already, yeah, it's already
But
there.
we're talking about this number of
Yep.
5489, so we have to take
Yep.
out those numbers.
Yep,
We have potential tree costs.
which is a big unknown.
Yeah, we don't know. If we're talking skate parks,
It would,
you wanna do one ramp?
yeah, that's what I would look into just, one ramp.
I think it's hard to do that without planning a little bit more though on the skate park. Like, shouldn't we have planning? for
It
that?
doesn't have, so yes, that's a possibility, but buying one ramp could just be placed, when the time's right in the spring or whatnot, versus it being attached or fixed or anything
That's
like
true.
that. And it
Well,
would be-
we want it fixed to the fence or something, because we don't want the kids pushing that thing around and
You can anchor that right to the asphalt.
wherever it goes in there, it needs to be anchored down, so
Yeah.
I don't want the kids trying to move it and then, somebody gets hurt, or they try to move it,
They
so,
make asphalt anchors specifically for that.
Mhm.
So, they're a little pricey, but they work.
I just feel if we think, oh, we'll plan it out, it's not gonna happen.
It's not, yeah, you're right.
It's just, and it's something that, you know, the people if there's an expert out there that wants to give us a hand in design and location, that's great. We can put out there the day we're gonna set it,
So maybe
and we can
reach out
welcome people for,
Reach out to the company in Deerfield.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely talk to
Ask them
them.
to come in and give us a presentation.
Yep. I can talk to them.
Let's give them a dollar value and tell them what we wanna do, how much, spread out over X amount of years, baby steps. What do you guys recommend to do?
Right.
They're the experts at this.
They can, he's right, come in and present. We have time to listen to them in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, you don't have to spend your 2020, you do 2021 too, coming up in March.
As long as they don't vote any more cuts for us. Still sad
Right.
about that they took
So-
$3,000 last year.
It's ridiculous.
So we have Lisa's, the buoys,
Even if
and the
we,
and the tennis courts,
that's 250.
250.
Even if we
and then
put
we do
1,000
for that, still leaves us.
Even if we put $1,000 for tree removal,
Okay, I was doing 1,000 for the seniors.
1,000 for the seniors.
1,000 for the seniors leaves us roughly $1,000 left.
And I know that I have $100
Till
outstanding
March.
reimbursement.
That's till March. Anything else you think you're gonna need?
I just want to buy one skateboard ramp, even though
Well,
I don't know why.
The electrical, the electrical, there's still $517 left in that. Now, what are we doing on the telephone? Is the telephone, we still getting a bill for it?
I probably wouldn't even touch the utilities, cause
Well, no, but there's still money left in that whole $5,500
If
number.
it hasn't been paid.
So there's 133 and 517, so call that $650, which basically leaves us 400 and something dollars left.
personally, I'd just stop where we're at now.
That's what I would do, because we
Just in
also don't,
case.
$1,000 buffer, I mean,
we also don't have money for
you don't
the,
have a big budget to begin with, like now you're
Yeah,
down
we're
to
close.
$1,000 and
right, we also have $428 in trash, which we don't know if we've got a final bill from the trash company.
probably
Yeah.
not.
So I wouldn't go below, I'd almost go, say if we're doing $1,000 for tree or five, if we leave the trees off of that, that leaves us $2,000 in buffers for other bills that have yet.
And the senior citizen thing, I can go to Sam's Club and buy a whole crap load of stuff, soup and crackers for $500.
Yeah, a lot.
That's what-
That's what
That's what
we
we did with the
did.
Halloween candy. We went there to go a lot farther
Yeah.
and stuff like
I mean,
that.
1,000 is great, but
And not only that, but you can also buy
Well, you can also spread it out
so
and
much
say,
you
look,
can get at Job Lot. That's really.
Do we want to
really
do we like the idea of 500 better for the seniors to be safe for cushion for other
talk
bills?
to them,
or-
see what they want to do.
Well,
and
if we
then-
don't vote on it now, we're postponing
I think we
it
should
again
just
and
do the
again.
1,000, to be honest.
We don't have to spend that.
We don't have to
We
spend
don't
it.
have to spend
But
that.
if it's available and we have budgeted for it,
They normally
should
would have
use it.
gotten
normally
it
would have spent it,
at restaurants.
right, they would have spent it on their spring and their winter event.
Yes, we should.
Let's not begrudge them the fact that because of COVID, they couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. I completely agree. I think it's a great
What
idea.
can we do? I mean, even if it's, hey, there's X number of them and
We'll worry about asking them first, and then we have a backup
All right,
plan.
so somebody needs to make a motion. I did the last one. Fine, I'll make a motion to spend $1,000 for the seniors.
up to $1,000.
I make a motion to spend up to $1,000 for Ware seniors to do soup gift baskets for the winter.
Or something for them,
Some type of food.
Winter themed.
winter themed.
Yep,
bag
winter
baskets.
themed
Yeah.
baskets. I think food baskets, we could say.
I second that.
Okay. Any more discussion? All those who say aye,
Seconded.
I did.
Lisa?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any abstentions? How do I mark you down as no vote?
I didn't answer.
Just, you can write 4 yes and not even have a fifth even denoted.
Okay.
I think that's,
400.
all right, so if I reach out to the company in Deerfield and let them know that we could possibly look to spend $1,000 a year, it's just a number, we're not voting tonight, to just, maybe 1 or 2 things each year. I don't know, we can't even fit that many, I don't know how many obstacles were even on the skate park in the original, were there like 4? We can't even put that many on there. There needs to be room to actually skate around. It's not like it can be full of obstacles and tricks, but it's like if you had a ramp at either end and a rail on one side and like one of those, it seems like the box bar on the other. That'd be it, 4 things.
And
And
what they used to have was a ramp on each end, the loop-de-looey thing in the middle. And then
Okay.
a bar, a rail on this side closest to the
Yep.
driveway.
yeah,
And that gave everybody enough room to kind of move around.
so we could basically do the same thing, and if we felt that there was enough room for that, we could, because I like the ramp on either side and the little up in the middle. I think they call it a spline, I think the picture said. We could do one, like, they have something called like a grind box on one side.
Yeah.
That's a little thing like a rail, opposing the rail or something. That would be 5 things. Granted, the spline in the middle would probably be more expensive because it's almost a double ramp. But even if we were able to buy, 1 or 2 pieces here, it's a 5-year plan to have, and if, I would imagine, I'll talk to them, see, you would think that they would last, at least 5 years, so you're,
What about just have it come in, say, and just in the invitation, we have this size area, we want to build we want to rebuild a park.
mm-hmm.
Give them a clean slate, let them design it. Again, they're the experts, not us.
You know what happens when you do that?
Yeah, but then we can work from there and
Right.
let them know,
We can't expand,
The space.
right, we can't move the footprint.
Yeah,
Right.
This
The
is our
footprint is what it
footprint.
is.
We want to do this spread out over a couple of years. Let's not tie them into, we want this here and this here. Let's just let them.
No, right. And I mean, I don't know enough to say what should go where, but I just picture stuff. Okay.
just got a note from ODP. That there was an exposure on Sunday.
For what place?
Soccer.
So now you won't, did they say no practices, no games for 2 weeks? And that's both your boys?
Nope, it's one of them.
One boy?
Different teams.
Same one that got tested last time?
Yep.
Are they recommending people get tested or wait for symptoms?
They're waiting, I guess. Luckily, it was outdoors.
All right, invitation, reach out, plan, footprint, few years.
All right.
So going back to the skate park.
Yep.
Last meeting, we had talked about me going over there and cutting down the chain link fence. I can't find my bolt cutters, so I'll go over there with a grinder and cut them off. I just need somebody with a truck that can go grab the pieces.
We can go grab, we can use this, I guess. It's
The town truck is back.
Okay.
It's been
So
here.
I'll
for
coordinate
2
with you, maybe one of these Saturdays or Sundays, we'll go over there.
Yeah.
I got my battery cut off wheel and we'll just go cut it off and throw it in the back of the truck.
Yep, that'd be great.
Try to do that before snow.
Plus, if there's something else over there. we'll have to
There's a
pick it up.
pile of, looks like a pile of the ramp is.
I
sitting-
just don't even understand how it could be there because we cleared everything, but we will
It's,
get it.
another one must have fallen apart.
Yeah.
One that was still left standing must have fallen apart because it's a pile. And you could easily see, it wasn't like somebody left trash. You could see the shape of
Yeah.
the ramp and the cutouts. When Ryan, he just put
Yeah.
it in a pile.
Is the ramp on the end closest to the parking lot still there?
Yes.
I took pictures then, I don't
Then
remember.
it must be the spline in the middle. Because there's the ramp on the other end there was just the,
Yeah, that one's gone.
I don't remember.
the other thing is, some of these kids that are over there
I know.
saying, hey, look, what do you want? What do you like? What are you thinking?
but the group that said that they were gonna do something about it and then just went
There
silent.
were particular individuals on that thread and post that really could offer us wonderful suggestions. But would they be any better or worse than this company that builds them?
I'd go with it.
Professional.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree in the aspect of
For the safety
You
and
get
things
too
like
many
that, I don't
pers-
want to be, them building it, but, asking them, no, we don't want a ramp, we would rather have this, or we'd rather have, what type of things would you like?
the company
Well, you know
knows.
what?
I like a variety.
Park and Rec can put a poll on their Facebook page.
Oh, that's a nice idea. And you could have the choice, quarter pipe, half pipe, spline pipe, rail, grind box.
Just so that we can bring this up in the
Yeah,
discussion.
just because,
Because if everybody thinks a rail is stupid or everybody thinks a grind box is dumb,
Once we put out the invitation to that company and they accept it, we schedule it. put
We
it
could
out,
say, hey, people,
advertise
we
it.
have this coming.
We have this.
yeah,
out.
and that's good too. But the poll will be nice too. I
Yeah.
think the poll
So
will be
I
nice.
agree. If the public wanted this, let's invite the public in, the ones that wanted this, and let's have the big open discussion.
Do you want to do a Facebook poll?
Yep.
So if we put it on the Parks and Rec page and probably just one person to share it, and I think just to the We Are Where New Hampshire.
okay, so we're gonna ask, what equipment do you wanna see?
Would you do a poll with multiple choice, or would you have people suggest their own things?
No, we're gonna give them the options, like, what would you wanna see in the skate park?
And we'll
Like
give
what
them multiple
equipment?
choice to choose from.
Yep, so
You
what
could
are
put
the
like 8 or
options?
9 things and then choose 2.
So there's,
Right,
and I don't know if this company did, well, I think they do everything.
well, it doesn't
so-
matter, but let's get an idea
All right.
of what,
So
you know.
there's quarter pipe ramp,
Okay, quarter pipe ramp,
and there's different varieties of that.
Yep.
And then there's, like a bump to stairs. Then there's a rail,
yep,
and then I think like a spline ramp. And then I'm trying to remember what the other thing was called. It was like, I thought it was a grind box, but I really don't want to say it wrong because that would look ridiculous. A grind ledge or grind box. It has either name. Hubbub. So you call it a grind ledge.
grind ledge or box.
And then there's also
Is there a
some-
half pipe box or a half pipe ramp?
half pipes are an option, yep. As well as something called a bump to butter.
How the hell do they come up with these names?
Ask the flying tomato.
Skater dudes. Who's the flying tomato?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Sean White,
no. Phew,
he's got
sorry.
flaming red hair. He was called the flying tomato.
I believe you.
Carrot Top.
No, that's Carrot Top. Sean White was a snowboarder.
There's also something called,
Names with Carrot Top, so.
a curb kicker.
Okay. Okay.
And hang on, let me see if there's anything else. And we said half pipe, and we said a box jump. So it has more of a, instead of a spline to a point, it's flat in the middle with a
Okay.
ramp on either side. So that's called a box jump.
Okay. Doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, the Narbear place. J Peak 2012, that's where they started. As an apparel company. Oh, I love it, their description. Dopest apparel. Yeah, the grind boxes, they talk about starting at $150, like good for in your driveway and stuff like that. What was the other one? I thought I saw one other one, but I don't remember what it was called. Hang on, there was one more. This is called a GRL combo, and that had like, it was basically a rail and a grind box together with a ramp, So it's kind of almost like a 3-in-1. So you could kind of, that was kind of neat because if we couldn't do 2 particular features, it was kind of a one thing.
All right, and I have to be on my computer to do this.
Half pipes, handrails, fun boxes, vert ramps, stair sets, quarter pipes, spine transfers, pyramids,
Pyramids sound kind of big.
banked ramps, full pipes, pools, bowls, snake runs, and any number of other objects.
That's what I said. Oh yeah, it didn't print the skate boxes. There were a whole bunch of skate boxes. I love it when some people's websites, like the printing, it's not, the layout's not for printing. Glow in the dark, round rail, square rail, flat rail, roll on. Okay. That would be cool. Double
Alright.
step ledge.
Move on.
Yes, thank you.
Fine. Do you have any more questions, Pam, or you got your answers?
No, I got my answers, but I don't think I can do it on my phone.
Do you-
I think that there's so many, this is my personal opinion, there are so many different things that could go into a skate park that I feel that those who know about them are, I think you're driving yourself nuts with, like,
I don't
know.
think so. I think if 20 people thought, if 20 people
And she
answered,
doesn't list the one thing that everybody
Well,
wants.
but
they can add in the bottom.
If they
Drop
can
in
add
the
it.
comments what you
Perfect.
want.
As long as there's an option for
We,
that.
we want to engage the
There's an
community.
option on the Facebook polls, they can add stuff.
They can
Yeah.
add something to the
But-
poll,
Well,
yes.
no, I was
agree.
just thinking that you were gonna restrict them to a certain number.
Any-
No.
It's like, there's a
Any
lot
of the
stuff
5
here.
of us are not going to use the skate park. And I don't even know what half of the stuff is.
Well, I know.
I
Well,
only
that's
see
all
the
I-
Do
pictures.
they want these people, they want me to figure out what to put in the skate park? No, because
No, but what I'm saying
I'm
is,
going to bubble wrap it.
maybe just say, hey, what features do you want? And just put it out there and have 10 people come back and say, we want,
Well,
It's mini ramp.
I would rather have it so I can see, okay.
I know, as long as they're not leaving something out, because I don't know what the.
Well, that and I don't want to think the grind box is the best thing in the world and 20 people don't even click that box.
Exactly.
That's my
Exactly.
biggest thing, because they could come in and be like, grind box, it's, and it'd be the best thing ever and everybody loves it, and the people that skate are like, no, you use that once and then you move on.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
looking at this going, oh my God, there's a whole other lingo here.
Okay. Out of the pumpkins.
I love the pumpkins. The pumpkins were so
The
fun.
pumpkins were awesome. We need to remember to do more next year.
Do we
And
ever,
I
did anybody check out Target or anything like that? to
I
pick up?
tried. I went to Target, I went to Walmart, and there were no plastic pumpkins or anything else, Halloween, whatever, to be found after the season.
Even like, I was in a Walmart even like 4 days before and there was like.
I know. I don't know what happened. I think that everybody was conservative with what they ordered because of COVID.
I have four buckets from the last 2 years to offer.
We could do that too. We could go back to the community and say in the spring, please, can you donate your Halloween, unused Halloween buckets? We can clean them.
Well, they'll be out next year for $1.
I know, but in the interest of being nice to the environment, if anybody's looking to get rid of Halloween buckets, we are willing to take them.
They're already out now for $1 at Target.
They were, right, that's the,
I'm looking at their website now.
they have
Yeah,
them.
if you want to, but we paid 10 cents. I donated them, but I only paid 10 cents a piece for them last year.
Do you want me to post on our page if anybody,
Yeah, we'll take them. You could drop them off at the town office.
where do we want them to go?
Let us know they're dropped here, and I'll put them somewhere. Or Chase Park, whatever. You can drop them off at Chase Park.
No.
No.
That's gonna be a nightmare.
No,
You're
because
gonna
I'll
have
drive
that
by and
many-
check.
You're gonna have that many plastic, they're just gonna throw them over the gate.
Yeah, it's
Wait
true.
for
They'd
them
go
to
in the
fall.
lake.
Yeah.
So if they dropped them off at town offices, I mean, would the girls in the office
Well,
care
they
if
won't
they
be
held
here
a few
tomorrow.
behind the town clerk's office? You know what I
I
mean?
would ask them first.
Can they drop them off at the food pantry?
but they're only open Wednesday nights.
On Wednesday nights?
Why don't we just wait until next year and just have them collect them at the
Well,
Chase
because
Park?
Yeah,
people
but
are-
now people are getting rid of them. They're not gonna hold them all year if they.
Yeah.
Halloween's over.
Or we can just say, send us a message if you're looking to get rid of your Halloween bucket, send us a message, we'd like to pick them
We would
back.
like to recycle them.
Yeah, I agree with that, but nobody's gonna. I know that this vermin is to meet
So
people and
how
get
about
things.
this?
So
Maybe reach out to the transfer station, if they're gonna throw them away, maybe Matt over there can have an extra bin just set aside.
That's a really good idea.
Instead of recycling them, bring them to the transfer station and put them in a dedicated plastic.
yeah, they have a
pumpkin
plastic
bin.
tote for the batteries. Maybe we could put a tote right next to batteries. Matt would probably be mad if he had to store them.
No,
Did you
but I
see
mean,
his
I
post
can,
about the? I saw what Craig wrote, and I saw what Matt wrote. I was just like,
Yeah, I would maybe just reach out to Matt and say, would you be willing to accept these? This way, it's manned all the time,
yeah.
and then the only thing is, it's gonna have to be picked up, and who's gonna store them?
second choice. Yeah, who wants to store them?
They
You
can
stored
go
them
to Chase
last year.
Park. I stored them last year. It's not a big deal.
Okay, so if the transfer station doesn't work, the town clerk's office. I mean, you can stack those things 45
They can go
high
in
in
the
a corner
basement.
that's this big.
Well, I mean, you may get all kinds of different shapes that aren't stackable, you may get round ones that you can't stack.
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm thinking just, if transfer station is willing to set aside a container, even an old cardboard, a large cardboard skid box, and people just throw them in there, the central collection point that is always open.
Heck,
And
going
then
there
they-
twice a week seems like.
And then they
Are you
can,
sending an email to Matt?
they can air out and
Just being very slow.
decontaminate
It's okay.
themselves over time.
Yeah.
So,
It's think.
Okay.
But for next year, we want to say we want to do 150 for next year.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think the turnout that we had this year, I even think just having it as a drive-through
Was amazing.
fabulous. It got way more people involved, people who like had no clue that we even did this. I think 150 pumpkins
Definitely.
would be, but
And if we're not,
Bolton during a football game.
Yeah, that was rough.
you know something? I actually had somebody reach out so Bolton, we actually got half of them back. And somebody reached out that they took 3 and they went on a hike and lost track of time. They probably walked up Mount William. So there weren't too many that went away. But we can scratch Bolton off the list completely, or because we won't know if there's gonna be a football game. You know, we won't have any way known. So we could either
Well, if
scratch
we do it on
Bolton
a
off
Sunday,
completely.
There'll be a football game.
Right, and I think everybody liked it. We talked about doing it later in Sunday afternoon,
Yeah.
and the football game may be over by then, but I don't know how it goes.
Well, next year Halloween is on
A Sunday.
Sunday. There's no leap year, so it's gonna be on a Sunday.
Yeah, but we don't ever do it on Halloween. People have enough stuff to do on Halloween. We always do it the weekend before, whatever day we want. Because I know me for Halloween, I'm
Yeah.
getting the kids dressed. I'm going, I'm like doing stuff, so I'm not.
Doing it the Saturday before Halloween.
Yeah, we
But then it
picked.
runs.
Then it runs into soccer and everything else.
Yeah, so we did pick Sunday over Saturday because of sports, and we could do it Saturday afternoon. And I don't know if football's always early in the morning or what, but there's nothing saying that But we can scratch Bolton off, or we can say, hey, we gave some pumpkins to the community and they didn't get candy.
We can always revisit this in 8 months.
So definitely up 150 pumpkins, absolutely. And if we're not social distancing, I think the s'mores were fun too.
I think so too, but
A few people were sad. A few people were very surprised that they weren't just going to pull up and park and go and do s'mores and
Yeah.
everything. Not many.
But you
5
know,
or 6 people.
with that many people, it was probably a better thing because at one point I was sitting here literally
The
waiting
line,
people
Yeah.
to.
the
The line
line.
was all the way to me,
It was. It
and
was.
like you guys were running them
At
race.
10:30, there were probably 8 to 9 cars in line.
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, for about a half an hour, almost a half an hour. It was. Everybody went out really early, and then it dwindled.
They were waiting. They were waiting. They were like waiting
Yeah.
to go.
And when one person was mad at the end, and she's like, I know people went there early, and I know people were out, and I said, well, I put my pumpkins at 9:45, so nobody went early to my spot. Like, just because you didn't see
There
pumpkins
will always
early.
be those people.
I know, but we gave people a consolation candy bar
Yeah,
if they
because
didn't
we
find a
had-
pumpkin, but they
We
came.
had plenty. I mean,
Yeah.
if they still showed up, they got
They got
They
something.
got
candy bar.
everything.
They didn't get a bucket, but they got a candy bar.
Yeah.
They got, yeah, they were fine.
Okay. All right.
And I know the bonfire and the s'mores was fun, but I think that it just would have dragged the day.
No, no.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
I really just think just get candy and go is probably
It was
just.
so nice.
It was just better. to get that.
Even, oh yeah, no,
Even
this
like
year.
next year, like next year, like going forward. I know it's nice to do that.
But we've.
Last time when we did do the s'mores, people didn't really hang on too much, you know, it was just, they went and had a
Either that
s'more and they
or
left.
depending
but it
on
was
next year,
weird.
whether you
People
have
were
a
like,
couple of them who want to do
Oh,
trunk or
they
treat.
came over and did it, then the kids got into a fight.
Yeah, and it was just.
And then we had to put the fire out and clean up the mess. And
We really weren't prepared to have the fire. Like we didn't have the firewood. We
I
had,
brought
like,
firewood.
Yeah, but we didn't have enough.
Oh, we didn't keep it
We
going?
had to.
Yeah, we didn't have enough.
We had to
either.
go get a tree out of the woods and break it up and.
This is where, that was fun. All right, we'll revisit s'mores.
Visit s'mores.
all those in favor?
Maybe we just have the s'mores cooked and they get one. Here you go.
No.
Well, you know what? You know
Just
what?
toast marshmallows, no graham crackers, no chocolate.
We'll do s'mores from the hood. Graham cracker with some chocolate fudge melted on it with some
Fluff.
fluffernutter and then another graham cracker and off you go.
If you really want to do s'mores, I'll just bring the propane torch and we'll just.
There you go.
Stand over there by the bathrooms.
Yep.
I'll be over here in the parking lot with
Bring the weed burner, you can do that from 10 feet away.
We brought the torch, that's how we started the fire. We brought the firewood. I didn't remember, we didn't bring enough, but that sounds familiar. I didn't hang out at the fire too often, but I liked it. I didn't mind the doing the fire, I didn't mind the cleaning up, the water, none of that bothered me. I think Ryan did part of it. And, you know, we could do just toast marshmallows and that would cut it in half, but next year. Okay, so, Mr. Balls, I don't know if.
He
we'll
is
hear
not
from
returning
Mr.
my messages, Mr. Balls. Mr. Balls and I'm not happy with him.
On the outs.
Why don't you try texting him?
Is he the only vendor that can do what you need done?
No.
He's the only one, we never really had a vendor before, like the parks and the playgrounds were made and we hadn't done.
If he's ghosted us, why?
He
are
is
we
not,
wasting-
yeah, he
why
has.
are we
He's
wasting our
ghosted
time?
us.
Why are we wasting the time? He obviously doesn't want the business, find somebody else.
Park did get an email eons ago, surfing to want business. What? It was a while ago. Let's see if I can remember. I don't remember when it was, but somebody did reach out to us a while back, just the general park email about fixing playground. I don't see it here, but I can.
If Mr. Balls isn't returning anything, dump him, find somebody new. They obviously
Dumping you, Mr. Balls.
They obviously don't want our business. The few pennies we can throw at them.
Aha, here it is. On March 28th, 2020, Todd Hansen from Clean Exteriors. Do you want a phone number? He's in Hudson, New Hampshire.
Yep.
He reached out and solicited us
Okay.
about playground equipment sanitizing. So I don't know how much more he does,
Okay.
but we can reach out to him. So Hudson, New Hampshire, Clean Exteriors, Clean-Exteriors. So 566-9794. And he may only,
What's his name? Todd.
Todd
My hotspot's not
Hansen, Hansen. He may only do cleaning. I don't know.
What was the business name?
It's called Clean Exteriors.
My guess is he.
working. Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
all
sound like he
does.
does.
And he was offering playground equipment sanitizing, which is something,
Well, that's probably right around all the COVID stuff.
it
so-
was. So I don't know if that's really gonna, that was who I was thinking of. I guess I pictured it more
They
as,
specialize in vacuums and cameras, which enables to thoroughly clean gutters up to 4 stories high. I don't think they're gonna do parks.
so he sent it with the playground sanitizing.
He would just probably spray it with some kind of chemical agent.
Yep, it was steam cleaning, proven, chemical free.
Yeah, they're not gonna be putting together playgrounds.
Temperature, okay. Well, scratch that one. Okay. So we'll end up looking for new playground vendors. Okay. And the sunshade, we really aren't gonna talk about that till springtime.
Maybe reach out to other Parks and Rec directors throughout the region, see who they use.
Yeah, Goffstown was really responsive to me when I was talking about fees that they charge and things like that.
Let's find out who everybody uses around here. Instead of reinventing the wheel, let's piggyback off somebody else's success.
Goffstown?
Goffstown Park and Rec
Who's
Director
the school use?
was very responsive when I asked about fees and stuff.
No idea.
Probably their
Maybe
maintenance.
what, Todd, right? Maintenance would be able to tell us who they use for.
They're gonna contact whoever they got the equipment from.
They don't do maintenance on the equipment as far
I imagine that they would, yeah, it's gonna, yeah.
But he'd be at least be able to tell us
Did we do
who
mousetraps?
who they'd
Did they
call
use-
if something broke and they needed to get it fixed.
I've been a little swamped.
I can ask. I don't
I
know
actually am not even awake right now,
if you'll know.
truth be told. Mouse traps. Chase Park. I knew I was missing.
Are we?
Where did a month
commission or
go, for
committee?
goodness sakes?
We are a commission, officially on the town website. That's what I went by.
All right. And then we got the weight buoys, we took care of the picnic tables.
Are they all stored? I know the Chase Park ones are
Chase Park
stored.
ones are, the
but
other ones are not. I
Anderson
need
and
somebody to help
Purrington.
me lift.
So,
Oh, going back to Purrington Field, what are the big piles of dirt over there in the corner of the parking lot?
Oh, that's just been there forever.
I'm just curious, it kind of,
The kids play in it.
why don't we use it to fill in the low spots of the driveway?
I don't know. I'm sure it has been dug into for stuff like that.
Okay.
you need somebody, well, you'd either have to shovel it or spread it out.
I wasn't sure if that was the purpose of those piles of dirt,
I don't know what the purpose was. It's been there forever. I don't know when they were brought there.
It was a while ago because I think John was still playing soccer there.
And it's
I
not,
don't remember them not
and it's
being.
not dirt for the, it's not baseball grade dirt, right?
No, it's like, I think
Driveway
he's
dirt?
right. It's like driveway dirt. Because
Somebody might have gone there and like tried to like grade and scrape and just that's where the excess was or something instead of spreading it around or something. Or they might have gotten it delivered and nobody spread it.
only maybe a couple yards at most.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but it is a pile.
All right, we got anything else?
I put that on next, I added the Purrington dirt to future business so we can look at that in the spring. I wouldn't imagine we'd do it now. I think it's springtime. We could look into spraying that out. So as far as picnic table storage, so you need, what have we done well, we never had picnic tables at those parks. Is that what it is? These are the brand new ones that Chris Seaver donated? We didn't have any in the past, or did we have some in the past?
I don't think we had any at Purrington.
Pam, did we have picnic tables at Purrington before Chris Seaver donated them?
We did not.
Okay.
The one at
What about-
Onison, you could just take it up and put it underneath that one open,
The half roof thing at the top?
well, it's just a roof. I mean, it's basically a concrete slab underneath it. If it'll fit under there.
Matt McLean says he would be very happy to help with the dump, to collect that.
Okay.
Aw.
And do that.
Do we need to provide a container or will he provide one?
I'll ask him.
I like Matt. I think he's good for this town.
I used to babysit him.
You did? Really? Does he remember that? No.
His mother does. His father
Oh.
does.
That just means you weren't on the favorite babysitter. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think they got a babysitter very often.
I don't know if Matt watches. Wanda probably watches though. She might be watching right now.
Oh, the cable committee,
Wanda.
the cable show. I just think he's doing awesome at the.
I love his mom and
Transfer
dad, just in
station.
case they're watching. All right.
All right. So pretty soon I'm gonna put the bylaws on the agenda on either November or December. I want to work on that this winter.
This is November.
Okay.
December or January.
Don't tell her that.
I don't even know where I am. It is November, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, it's November.
I believe you. All right. Anybody else have any
Do you
other?
remember who you messaged at Parks and Rec in Goffstown? Because maybe the director?
It was the director that reached out to me. I think there was a general email. Recreation at Goffstown. So the email was recreation at goffstownnh.gov. And my cell phone is so. Whenever I search emails, it's so fussy.
Recreation at Goffstown?
Recreation at Goffstown NH. No dots or spaces. Goffstown NH is one.
.gov.
.gov. And for some reason the name Rick sticks in my mind. And if you don't get a response, oh boy,
I got it. I've already got another extra email on here besides that.
from him.
Rec and that recreation, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. It's funny because, yeah, I emailed like 3 or 4 towns and he reached out like right away, really fast, lots of answers, a big, huge letter he typed, and he's like, any more questions, you let me know. There it is. It is Rick. Yep, field usage. Rick Willamini.
Yeah, that's the person. Yep.
I personally think, though, they use their own maintenance crew because I know they have a full-time crew. And Mike, who served on this Parks and Rec
Yeah.
board when I stepped down, was part of, that was his job. But they may have a vendor where they, I don't know, maybe they have advice.
Let's reach out to people, see what happens.
Okay, so
Did I hear a motion to adjourn?
I was wondering if
Yep.
anybody had anything else. Is that gonna be your first motion tonight?
Nope. I thought I heard it though. I thought I heard Lisa say it.
No, it was,
I make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting at
8:30.
8:30.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I voted Jackie.